Okay, so now we will solve the next LeetCode SQL problem. Question number 3374. First letter capitalization 2. This is hard category problem, and but to be honest, it's not that much hard. Yeah, it is not that much easy as well, but it is not much hard. So let's read the question. So you have just one table given, user content, where you have the content ID and the context text, which is a varchar. Okay, you need to write a solution to transform the text. So whatever the text in this column, you need to transform by applying some rules. What are those rules? So the first letter of each word should be the uppercase and the remaining should be the lowercase. So basically, if this is the text hello world of SQL, first letter of each word. So first letter of each word is H, W, O, and S. These are capital, and the remaining letters E, L, L, O, O, R, L, D, F, and Q, L should be small. All right, and special handling for words containing special characters. So as an example, for words connected with hyphen, both parts should be capitalized. So if there is a word, as an example, modern day. So when you say modern day, it doesn't mean you are just going to capitalize M. Even if it is separated by hyphen, you need to capitalize both M and D. So you could see if the text is modern day, uh, both M and the D are capital and the remaining letters are small, right? So by looking at this problem, you may think, oh, it's very easy category problem. Maybe because this is a string, there should be some function within the string which is going to make the first letter capital. So the answer is yes, there is a one function within the string which is going to make a one letter capital, but there is a little catch here. So let's try to implement that function and then we will figure it out why that function like is not going to work here. All right, so to give a try, you can click on the SQL schema, copy paste everything and insert the data. So I have inserted that. If you see, the data is here. Okay, so what is that function? So let me show you. This is a function aggregation, this is an array, this is a function array. Let me init cap. There is a one function in initialization cap. Let me go to the string function. So this is a string function on the official documentation. And if you do, so there is like so many like string function like upper, lower, so many like so init cap. So you have the upper function as well. Where is that upper? So upper is basically like if the text is Tom, it is going to convert to Tom. The lower as well, if it is lower. Similarly, if it is like you have to just initialize the first letter. So hi Thomas. So if you want to convert only H capital and the remaining letter small and T capital and the remaining letter small, then this function will work. And you may think, okay, the same thing we want, right? Because we need to convert the first letter which were to uppercase and the remaining, then hopefully we can just use this function. So the answer is yes, we can, but there is a little catch. So let's run that. So what you need in the output, you need content ID, right? So select content ID. So I am trying to solve in such a way, whatever come in the mind, let's try to implement that. And then we will see why that solution is not appropriate. Then you need context text, but the column name should be original text. Okay, then context uh, text as original text from user content. Okay, so this is basically going to print as is, just rename that column. Okay, now you need the third column. What is the third column? Third column should have some function. What is the function? Init cap. All right, so let's apply that function init cap. On which column it is going to apply? It is going to apply on the content text, and the output name of the column is converted text. So as converted text. So let's give it a try. You may think, okay, yeah, it's working because even if it is separated by the hyphen, Both M and D are capital. Even is separated by hyphen. Both W and B are capital, and the remaining are smaller. So hopefully this will work, right? So let's try that. Uh, let's give a try. And I pasted that here, and let me give a try. So you could see sample test case is working, but if I try to submit, some test case is going to fail. Let me submit. So you could see out of 13, only 11 test case pass, and maybe the remaining two is going to fail, right? So why is going to fail? So if you see, though it is not mentioned in the question, because in the question it is mentioned if the world is connected with hyphen, uh, then both the parts are capitalized, which is working in our case, right? And they have mentioned the third thing, all the other formatting and spacing should remain unchanged. But if you go to the example, let's suppose the text is slash abc def hyphen at the rate ghi. So what our init cap is doing is, so ideally initialization cap should capitalize the first letter. So the first letter is slash, it should capitalize slash, but no, it is capitalizing the A. So basically it trying to find, okay, what is the character? Is slash is the character? No, A is the character. So it's capitalized that. Okay, DEF, anyhow, we need that. Hyphen, okay, fine. At the rate is its character? No. So G is a character, yes. So it is capitalizing that. But ideally, we just need the first letter. So first letter is slash. So slash should be capital. At the rate is, you can consider like at the rate is a first letter. So at the rate should be capital, but the remaining should be the smaller. But at the rate is a symbol, so you can't either make it capital or lower, right? So so we should expect this, but init cap is not working here, right? Init cap is not working here, because if init cap works here, then it should not be under the hard category, it should be under the easy category. Okay, which is totally fine. So what is the other approach? Because we know this approach is not working. We were thinking, oh, because this string problem, there should be some function exist, and we try that. Many test cases work, I agree, but few couple of test cases fail, right? Okay, so now the other approach is, let's do one thing, because now we know by looking at the example, uh, we know we need to iterate over each and every word, right? Because if you apply some function is not treating properly well, right? Because in case of at the rate ghi, it is making G capital instead of the at the rate capital. So something what we need to do is, we need to first check hello, then check world, then check off, then check SQL. And when we check hello, we will grab the first letter, make it capital. We will grab the remaining letter, make it smaller. And how you make it capital and smaller? Oh, that is very simple, because you have the upper and the lower uh, like function, upper and the lower. You have the upper and the lower function, so that you can easily do upper and lower. But the main challenge is how you are going to iterate, how you are going to iterate, because that is the main challenge, right? Because you need to grab one word at a time, right? But in the SQL, we generally grab one row at a time, not a one word at a time, right? So the solution is, like, how you normally go solve this kind of things in a coding language. So if you have some text, maybe you split that text using spaces, right? So the same thing we are going to do. So let's split that text wherever you find the space. We are going to do that. Okay, to split that text, how you are going to split? Is there any function? So yes, probably there should be a function. All right. So there is a function called string to array. You could see string to array. What it is going to do? It is going to split the string into some occurrences. Basically, it will give you going to create an array. Why we are creating an array? So that you can iterate over the array. Because once you have the array, then you can grab the first word, second word, third word, fourth word, right? Okay, so let's try that. So now we know this is not going to work. Okay, so what we need all the columns. We need all the columns, and we need to apply to array, string to array function. Instead of the init cap, we are applying string to array. So this is my original table. Right, on this table, I am grabbing all the fields star and then string to array. String to array on which column? Content text. Content text. Okay, string to array is required some delimiter because how you are going to separate those string using comma, using space, using which letter light. So currently we are going to separate it by space. Okay, let's give space. Right, from user content. Let's try only this part. Okay, cool. So we are getting the array and we all the worlds get separated. Hello world of SQL. And you could see if the world is separated by hyphen, it is a single world, which is totally fine, which we want. Quick brown fox. Okay. And let's give this world string to array as some name like worlds or world array. All right. Okay. So one thing is done. What is the next thing? Now you have the array. You need to iterate over each world, but we know this is SQL. In the SQL we iterate over the rows, not over the worlds. So how should I iterate? Because it is the same problem again, right? How should I like iterate over each world? So basically, if I, because this is nested, right? This is nested. Nested means like all the worlds are together. If I make this unnested, unnested means hello is in one row, world is in another row, off is in another row, SQL is in another row, right? Then I can iterate over each row, or basically you can say iterate over each world, right? That will be like easy for us. But for the time being, let assign this table as CTE with, so that it will be easy, like what we did in first step and why we did. So CTE as, so we created, you can say a temporary kind of a table, right? Okay. Now what you need all the columns, because I am just adding more and more columns, and at the end, whatever the columns we need, we will grab that. So you need all the columns, select star. Okay. But along with that star, you need to, hello should be in one row, world should be in another row, off should be another row, SQL should be in another row, because only then I can apply upper, lower, some kind of function, right? But how can I do that? There should be some function on the, like because this is an array, right? This is array. So this is a string. We we use the function which work on a string. So now this is an array, right? So there should be a function which works on array. So let's go to the documentation. So you have the array and we have one function unnest, because as I told you, this is nested. So you have one function unnested, right? So what unnested will do, it is going to split the worlds in different rows. So let's try that. Unnest. Unnest should be on which column? World array, right? From which table? From CTE table. So let's give a try. You could see now in this group, hello world of SQL is there. In this group, the uh, quick brown is like a single word, quick brown fox, because it is just like basically because it is three word, so it is giving three. And similarly, like the modern day data science world-based front-end development. Okay, let's give something like as hyphen words, because these are containing the hyphens as well, right? Or maybe simple just the original words, original words, right? Or anything like you can give, or maybe just a world, because it is a single word, as world. Okay, now we able to do that. What next? What next? Can you directly apply like substring kind of function? Let's grab the first word h and then apply like upper and the lower. We can do that, but till this point it is going to work. But what about here? Was the main challenge we are facing in this kind of worlds where it is separated, right? Because it could be at the rate in between. So basically, what we can do is we can further split quick brown, because now you can say this is a text. Can we further split into an array? And now this time earlier, because this is string, right? This is a world is a string. Can we split this world in an array? And how you are going to split? Using hyphen. Earlier we split using space. Now we are going to split using hyphen. So let's try that. And we will assign this in another CTE. So CTE1 as. Okay, you don't need all these columns, but for the understanding purpose, it is very useful. Okay, so select star. We need all the columns, but we need one more column, string to array. Now, string to array on which column world, separated using which hyphen, from which table, CTE1 table. Let's run that. Now you can see again the array come, because hello is just a one word, because there is no hyphen, so it is created a array with just a single word hello. World is a single word. But quick brown now gets separated, quick and then brown. Right, so now you have the two words. Okay, now you have the two words, but you need, if you have to apply upper and the lower, you need just one word, because in the solution I need to apply on each and every one. Doesn't matter whether it is separated by hyphen or anything. I need to sorry, I need to apply on each and every word. So same thing, because this is nested, let's unnest it. All right, now so let's create, and this is string to array, and let's assign some name, maybe world array like we already give, or maybe let's world array 2, because anyhow this is not being used. Okay, now you need to, because this is nested, you need to unnested this, right? So let's unnest it. So but before that, let's assign some CTE2 as, or you can give some like some valid name. Mm, it's up to you. All right, now select. You need every column, 1 2 3 4 5, all the columns. Along with that, we are unnested world array 2, unnested on world array 2. Right, from which table? CTE2 table. Let's run that. Okay, now you could see hello is there, world is there, off is there, SQL is there, the is there, quick is there, brown is there, because earlier quick and brown both are together. Now quick is there, brown is there, fox is there, modern is there. Now let's take this example which is failing. In this example, slash ABC should be in one row, DEF should be in one row, then we are separating with hyphen, at the rate GH will be in the another row, right? The whole world should be in the another row. Basically this at the rate GHI, because that was the original one. Okay, so now you have that, and let's give some name to uh, this as well, because this is a world array. We give world, this is a world array 2, this is unnest, and as let's give hyphen part. Okay, because we know this is separated by the hyphen. We separated by the hyphen, right? This hyphen part, or you can give any like world 2, anything like, because anyhow like this is not going to be in our final output. We just need these things. Okay, what next? Now you have like all the worlds. Now you will go through each and every row, As soon as you go to the first row, you find that particular world. From that world, you will grab the first letter, make it upper. You will grab the remaining letter, make it lower, and then join it. But before that, let's make this another CTE. CTE 3S. Okay. So what you need? Select. I need all the columns. I need all the columns. Right? Select star. Now, what I will do? I need the first word of hello. And you know how to grab the first word. We already covered in one of the video using the left function. It is also the string function. Let me go to the documentation. Left. You could see left, like if you give one, it is going to grab one letter. If you go two, it is going to grab the two letter. Returns the first n character in the string from the left, right? So I am just taking left of hyphen part, comma one. I grab the left, which means I grab the first word, hyphen part one. Okay, but I need to make it upper. So let's put an upper. Let's call an upper function. Okay, I need to join. I need to join. Basically, this pipe symbol. Okay. Now, what next? I need to grab the remaining word. How to grab the remaining word? Substring. Substring. Substring from which word? Hyphen part. Hyphen from which character? From two. And we need to make it lower. We need to make it lower. And from which table? From CTE3 table. Let's run that. You could see now hello world of SQL, the quick brown fox, modern day data, whatever we need, we did that. So basically, because why we like did upper and lower, because the first letter should be the upper, the remaining should be the lower. So we perform the same way. We perform the same way. All right. So upper and substring also like one of the function. And here you could see substring. So substring, if we give from three, so it will grab from the third letter. From two, it will grab from the second letter. Or four, just two letter from that particular. So we use the same syntax. Just in case if you don't know, open the documentation, grab the function. But the main thing is that you should know how we are approaching the solution. Doesn't matter whether it's a hard category, easy category, how we are approaching the solution. So we started with the init cap function, then we realize, okay, that is not going to work. Then we try to split our uh, query in further parts. Okay, let's give some name. Let's give some name as because we convert that word, converted word. Okay, okay. Now we have everything with us. What next? What next? You have everything now. The only thing is now you need to, because you could see this this is one, right? And this is second, right? We can easily join all this world, right? We can by using the group by operation. If you do group by, right? If you do group by one, you can easily join everything. If you do group by two, you can easily join. If you do group by three, you can easily join. But here is a one catch. If you join a simple hello world of SQL, okay, join by space, okay, you will get hello world of SQL exact output which you need. Okay, let's go to the second. If you simply join by space, the answer will be the quick, the space quick space brown space fox. But we need the hyphen between quick and brown, and we lost that hyphen, which means before joining these four, we need to join before joining based on this group by we need to join on the group by this column, because this is same, right? So basically this content ID, content text, and this one, so that we can join by hyphen. All right. And how you are going to join, that is also one thing. But we know you need to do some kind of a group, and this is not going to impact it, because if you just take the hello world, hello is if this thing, if single you can say uh, an array, or you can say the group by, and this one is another group by, this one is another group by. But this one, when you do the group by this thing, you will get two rows, right? As soon as we get two rows, we can easily do the join. Okay, so now you need to join. All right, we can do that, but using which function? How to add? We know we separated using this function string to array, but what is there any function to join it back? So the answer is yes. You have the string aggregation. So string aggregation. So it's in the aggregation modules, string aggregation. So you could see it is concatenates the value uh, in string, right? It is basically going to concatenate. So we are going to use the string aggregation. Okay, let's give a try. But before that, let me assign this as a CTE. CTE 4 as. Okay, let me minimize it. Okay, now what you need? Uh, Select. You can ignore that. What you need. All right. What operation you need to perform? You need to perform string aggregation. String aggregation. String aggregation on which world? On converted world. Converted world. String aggregation. You need to first aggregate using hyphen, because the quick brown should be first connected with the hyphen. All right. Now, if I just mention this only, string aggregation converted world, which means it is going to aggregate all the world using hyphen. So the answer is no, because I am going to provide the group by clause as well. So string aggregation, converted word, and because the string aggregation also take the delimiter, right? How you are going to aggregate using comma, using hyphen. We know because we separated using hyphen. So we are going to first aggregate using hyphen. Okay, string aggregated using hyphen. So we did that, and then we need something, right? String aggregation from which table? From CTE 4 table, right? Okay. But group by on which condition? Group by uh, group space by group by on which condition? Group by content ID. Yes. Group by content text. Yes. Right. So you can ignore the world array, because content text or content world array is like same, because it is just a uh, array representation of a text. Group by world, because this is a world, right? Group by world, group by world, uh, right? So let's try that. So now let me make it up. So you could see my quick brown is correct, modern day is correct, front end is there, web based is there, right? My other words did not concatenate using hyphen, right? And let me grab the other column as well, because we have lost those column. Content text world. Okay, so now you have added that quick brown, modern day, front end is there. Now you have added there. Okay, so hopefully you understand this part. Now now you can now further do group by, right? Now you can join all the remaining words using spaces using the same function. But let's assign some CTE to this. So CTE5 as this one. Now select what we need. Content I or you can ignore that first. What we need to do string aggregation, right? And we forgot to assign some column name here uh, as strings. I am just giving some column name to this one because it's a by default string aggregation. I need to like aggregate on strings column. This will be the strings like I have renamed just now, right? Now you are aggregating based upon space, right? And you will do group by content ID, content text, content text, right? And basically first we need to do from CTE5, right? And if I run that, you could see I get my output, right? And but we lost the other column, so let's content ID, content text. But is it fine? So the answer is no, because if you see our input is hello world of SQL and we are getting hello of SQL world, like it gets jumbled. It gets correct. It is correct. Like whatever we need quick brown, we need the first letter capital, because earlier we are facing the problem. Let me show you the wrong answer. Earlier we are facing the problem unnecessary G is getting capital, A is getting capital. That problem is solved. But now the another problem came. What the another problem came? The words we lost the sequence of the positions, right? That's why like this got jumbled. And at which stage is occur? As soon as when you do string aggregation in the group by, as soon as it group by na, so it basically loses it sequence of the position, because uh, we have nowhere mentioned hello is the first word, world is the second word, of is the third word, SQL is the fourth word. So it loses its sequence. All right. But we have some answer. It is not perfect, but we have some answer. We are going to fix that part as well. But before that, let's fix that. So content text as original text, and this should be as converted text. All right. So if you run that, so we get. Now, if you try this, I know it's wrong. If you try this, but let's see what's wrong, right? So you could see we are getting the output. We are getting the output this time, but SQL is coming first. It should be coming last. Hello is coming second, but hello should become first. World is coming last. It should be second. Right. The capitalization and everything is correct, but the ordering like is not preserved. So what should we do? Right. So basically, when we are like uh, assigning when we are like uh, doing the unnested, right? Unnested means when we say hello is in the first word, world is in the second row, op is in the third row, SQL is in the fourth row. Let assign some numbers as well. Basically rank, something like that, row number, rank number, something like that, so that we can maintain the positions. But how you are going to do that? So you have inbuilt function which is mainly used with the unnested. So let me show you unnested, not here. Yeah, so you could see the with ordinality. So what with ordinality will going to do? it is going to assign another column, and it will give some number, and that number should be starting with 1. So that mention this is going to assign a some number, and that number is going to starting that column has some position that start with the 1. And the mainly it used with the unnest, you could see unnest and whatever, the column then with ordinality. All right, so let me show you. So we are going to use the same syntax with ordinality. This may be something new for you, right? Even when I was trying this is something, because till this part I think we have not like used any kind of like some more advanced like function or logic here. We simply use city string to array. I will not say this is advanced. Unnest medium category, probably like it's not, maybe not a beginner, but upper and lower very easy, right? Group by very easy. We have used everything like substring left very easy. uh, String aggregation, maybe you can say okay, I have not used, it could be medium for you, but till now we have not used any kind of like very advanced, any extra hyper functions, right? The only thing is we have lost the sequence of the numbers, right? Positions of the number. So what we will do, we will use this function with ordinality, right? And this will going to use with this function unnest with ordinality. So what we will do, where you use unnest, just put with ordinality. So where you use unnet, you used ordinality. But here is one catch. Now if you run, it is not going to work. So you could see it is giving me the syntax error. So why it is giving me the syntax error? Because we use the correct. Okay, let me even give the space. Why it is giving me the syntax error? All right, even though we have like give the correct way, because if you see the with ordinality is being used after the from keyword, after the from keyword. So basically unnest you can use inside, from is here, we use unnest here. So earlier, let me remove that. Okay, as converted text. So we have achieved this till the right? So as one option is you can use a with ordinality here, but as soon as I use the with ordinality, is it is not working here. Like as soon as I put here with ordinality, ordinality basically because I need some extra column, because I need to maintain a sequence of the number, and goes when the unnesting is being done. Unnesting means like it is like putting in some different rows. As soon as it going to put into the different rows, I am saying just assign some number 1 2 3 4. But they have mentioned, one second, let me show you. They have mentioned if you use with ordinality, it should be after the from, but from is here, which means you cannot use here. So let's cut this here. One second. Let me cut this from here. From city, give comma, and then give this one with ordinality. Similarly, I am going to use with ordinality here as well. With ordinality here as well. But because we use with ordinality before the from, so I am going to cut this. I am going to put after the from, right? But if you give a try, let's see. Uh, because this is because we are not using that one, but let me show you. uh, Select star, because if I show you what will be the intermediate table, maybe then it will be easy for you. You could see as soon as I use with ordinality, it assigns some number 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3. It assigns some number, so I don't need to use row number over window function. No, I just mentioned with ordinality, it automatically assign, because I tried with the row number, but still I am getting the wrong answer, because it looks when the unnested is being done, like we are doing first unnested and then assigning the row number, but that is wrong. As soon as it do unnested, right, it should maintain the order. It should maintain the order, because maybe let's say the hello is here, maybe the world should be going to the third row, but even if it is going to the third row, it should assign the row number 2, world number 2, that is the position 2. But if you normally use the row number, then maybe if the world will go into the third row, you will assign that is the third, but ideally it should be the second column. That's why we have to use the with ordinality with here. Okay. With ordinality as world, and let's give some like name to this column. So this is the world. Now we know this is the world position, right? Because the hello world of SQL, because this is a world. Instead of ordinality, we will assign some column, maybe as a world position, and let me run that. Okay, world position. So now you have the world position. So, okay. So now when you will do group by now, so wherever you are using group by, we will use the like world position, so that order should be maintained. Basically the order by, because I know when I perform the string aggregation, at that time something is going to happen. At that time something's happen. So whenever wherever do I string aggregation, I will mention maintain the order. If I do hyphen, if I do space, maintain that particular order, right? Okay, but first I will fix this. And okay, so let me remove this, because this is a temporary one. I break this the whole SQL query just to show you what this ordinality means. Okay, let me break this one. Let me put comma. Okay, so now you have the world position. Similarly here, uh, I will assign, because as soon as we use ordinality, it will give one more column. Okay, the question is why we, because when you already assign the ordinality here, world position, why you are doing the ordinality again here? The answer is because here is a quick brown. Maybe when it will split, it will unnested, maybe the brown will be the first and the quick will go into the second row. If the brown will be the first and quick will be the second row, and when you going to join, it will become brown quick rather than the quick brown, right? So you need to maintain the order, so that's why we are using ordinality here. And for this one we are giving like probably this is the world position, this is a hyphen position, or maybe the part position. This is a hyphen part, this is the position part. Okay, so okay, one more column. Okay, but we have not used this word position and the part position. We have just assigned that column. We have not used that. But where should we are going to use this? As I told you, when you are joining with the string aggregation using hyphen. So when you use hyphen, you are going to do the order by order by part position, order by part position. And here I, because I need the world position column down the line, so that's I am keeping here. So let me rerun world position. Okay, world position must be in the group by. Let me put in the group by close as well. World and the world position. Okay. Now when I join the string relation with space, I will do order by world position, because now I am joining the world. Earlier I joined the part. Here I join the part. So I maintain the part order. Now I am joining the worlds. I will maintain the world positions or world order. All right. So order by world position. So let me try that. So now you can see my position is maintained. Hello world of SQL, the quick brown fox, the modern day, the world based experiment, right? So let's try this one. Let's try this one. Let's try to submit that. So you could see now all the 13 test case has been passed. All right. So hope this is like you able to understand this. That's why like I explain in such a way so that everyone can solve like this problem even without looking the solution. Like what we did is, okay, we read the question, we mentioned, okay, we need to just like assign the make the first letter capital. We thought, okay, maybe we are going to use the init cap function. We try that init cap function, but that is not working for us for a couple of test cases, for two test cases. Then we thought, okay, if that is not going to work, we need to manually implement some approach. So to manually implement some approach, we need to go world by world. Okay, we know this is SQL. If you know, go to world by world, each word should be in the different row. Right. So to make each word different row, we have to first split it. So we split it. As soon as we split it, we create an array. It isn't nested. We make it unnested. Right. And then again we create an array because the quick brown is again. Then we make it again unnested. Then we grab the left word, the remaining words, make it upper, make it lower, join it, and then again we join it. But later on we figure it out, the sequence, the order of the words get like not correct. So which means we need to maintain the positions. Okay, we use a position column here with ordinality, and that's it. Because we assign some columns here. As soon as we assign the column here, this column should be used, because when we are joining the aggregation, it should be the order. That order should be maintained. When you are joining with like space, that order should be maintained. It should not be in some random order. That order should be maintained. We should just joining based on that order. So, and this way we are able to solve this hard category problem. So that's it. That's the end of the video. You can also give it a try, and thank you.